Thank you very much for joining this beautiful morning. Hope and pray that you have a wonderful journey at the Bimla Kund, where wonderful pastime happened in Brajadham, in Kamyavan. Those spiritual warriors who made our journey successful today was Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, I.V. Gautam, Ravi Pipilia Prabhu, Sneha Mataji, Govinda Gita Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Shrika and Pankaj Gupta, Sistastika Devidasi, Parameswari Devidasi, Amal and Smita Panchpande, Sitala Priya Devidasi, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Nandanandan Priya Mataji, Shugand Raj Prabhu, Aradhana Devidasi, Manmatha Anand Prabhu, Shundri Radha Mataji, Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Patit Pavan Prabhu, Girivar Dhari Prabhu, welcome back from the wonderful pilgrimage. Girivar Dhari Prabhu, wish you all the best. Uh, Nadia Kumar Prabhu, Hanuman Prabhu, Prathamesh Prabhu, Neeraj and Silpi Srivastav Prabhu. Prafulanand Madhav Prabhu join at 2 o'clock. My humble obeisances. Sripada Lalita Devidasi and their wonderful daughter Aksata. Janki Khan Prabhu, Labanga Latika Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Rohit Mishra Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji, Saraswati Devidasi, Sumitra Radha Devidasi, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, Devian Sen Saloni, Pranath Gopal Prabhu, Radhika Prem Devidasi. They just log off to dress Prabhupada. Braj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Mataji, Priyanka Mataji, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Amal Atman Prabhu. I didn't see Mahesh and Subhasini today, Haribol. Also Rico Ila, I didn't join. Rupa Vilas Prabhu, Sakhi Saran Devidasi, Anita Saha, Sri Kumar Prabhu, Sri Kansurvase Prabhu, Srinivas Charan Prabhu also joined early today, Nissan Sharma, Devi Murti Devidasi, Namanan Prabhu, Prem Vinodini Mataji, Abhay Prabhu, Radha Bhakti Devidasi, Vijay Keshwa Prabhu, Tulsi Priya Mataji from Houston and from College Station, and Jai Govinda Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Bhadra Bharti Mataji, Sarva Tarak Prabhu, Amal Nam Prabhu. Today I don't know what happened to Krita Lakshan Prabhu, but his good wife Matangi Gopi joined. Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Kamal Priya Mataji, Karunamai Mataji. I didn't see Radha Charan Prabhu today. I don't know what happened. Abhay Charan Prabhu, Sukruti Devidasi, Kamini Priya Mataji, Sankarshan Prabhu and Manjari, Sarmishta Sahi, Kanta Mataji, Vani Prabhu, Raja Ramdas Prabhu, Shankari Kaur Devidasi, Kamlesh Dhingra Mataji, Karani Murti Mataji, Radha Vallabh Prabhu, Rashakida Prabhu, Anand Radhika Mataji, Advait Prabhu, Phoenix time, he joined at 2:24. All glories to Advait Prabhu, Rajesh and Sweta, Amit and Prem Priya Padma Mataji. I didn't see Balram Prabhu. Rashmi Mataji, Sesa Kapoor Mataji, Lekha Mataji, Thaneswar Prabhu, Madan Mohan Kandu Prabhu. He was late today, Haribol. I didn't see Rupsi Mataji today, Ram Krishna and Lata Mataji. They also joined late. Sri Padma Manjari Mataji joined at 2 o'clock, Haribol. Murli Gopal Prabhu, Murli Manohar Prabhu, Arvind and Priyanka. Sarva Shakti Devidasi joined throughout from 2 o'clock, Haribol. Rati Vilas Devidasi. I didn't see Pragyana Pal today. Lila Manjari Mataji joined today, Haribol. And also Suvarnangi, Shyam Devidasi and Narsimha Lila. They joined very early today, Haribol. Pratibha Mataji, and I didn't see Rati Prabhu. Balaji Prabhu joined before 4:30, Haribol, student at the LSU, and Satyasar Prabhu, Haribol. So let's hear the wonderful song before we read from Jaiva Dharma.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियो लोकलाघवमानां परां दृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या हृदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रं युग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्भोजयुग्मेन शातकनेत्रं मोहश्वासकाम्बत्रिरेखाग्रकण्ठा स्थितग्रैव दामोदरां भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् अख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषिताग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तां शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चन्यं व्रणेऽहं वरिषदपीह इदं देव पूर्णाथ गोपालबाला सदा मे मनस्य वीरस्तां किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजमत्यान्तनीलै वृत्तं कुण्डले स्निग्धरक्ताश्च गोप्या मोहश्चुम्बितां बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्य विरास्तं मलं लक्षलाभै नमो देव दामोदरानन्तविष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदीनां पतानो गृणानेश मामग्ना मेधाक्षि दृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धा मूर्त्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितो भक्ति भजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे स्थिदामोदरेह नमस्तेऽस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्.
Thank you very much, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, for playing a wonderful song. So before we read from the Jaiva Dharma, we would like to offer our humble obeisances at the desk of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that he can bless us all so we can understand the instructions that he would like to give it to us. And maybe we can apply in our daily practical life. So I'll read one more paragraph, what we read yesterday, and then we will continue. Vijay is asking, finally, there is the 10th Namaprad. Kindly explain it to us more fully. Raghunath Das Babaji. Certain types of men are greatly inebriated by their false ego, imagining themselves to be the monarch of everything they survey. And thus they treat their imagined subordinate as their shirts with the gross mentality of me and mine. On rare occasions, they are gripped with the desire for renunciation and a curiosity for the spiritual unknown. They approach the learned Suddha Bhaktas and hear about the glories of Harinam, but they do not receive this knowledge with proper Shraddha and devotion, and eventually turn back to their material attachments. They are Namapradhis. The second verse from the Shishistastika recommends, Nama Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Saktis Tatrarpita Niyamita Smarani Nakala Etha Drushi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamavi Durdaivam Idrusham Ihajani Nanuraga. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, my dear Lord, in your transcendental names, there is all good fortune for the living entity, and therefore you have many names, such as Krishna and Govinda, by which you expand yourself. You have invested all your Shaktis in these names, and there are no hard and fast rules for chanting these names. My dear Lord, although you bestow such mercy upon the fallen conditioned souls by liberally distributing your transcendental names, I'm so unfortunate that I commit offenses while chanting your name, and therefore I cannot develop attachment for chanting. So, my son, there are the 10 Namaprats. Avoiding committing them, and very soon Sri Krishna Nam will shower upon you blessings that will elevate you to the platform of Suddha Bhakti and that of being an Uttama Adhikari. Vijay, Gurudev, I now understand that the Mayavadis, Karmis, Gyanis and Yogis in general are all Namapratis. Should a Suddha Bhakta participate in Harinam Sankirtan with them? Raghunath Das Babaji. Vaishnavas are advised not to join an assembly of chanters that comprises a majority of Namapratis. And if the lead singer is a Namapradi, however, in Kirtan group consisting mainly of Suddha Bhaktas and Bhaktas upon the platform of Namabhas, there is all good reason to participate. And such participation will bring great satisfaction and spiritual bliss. It is late. I will stop now. But tomorrow, you must hear in detail about the Namabhas, the shadow of pure Harinam. Vijay and Brajanath felt the stirring of ecstasy while considering the glory of Harinam. In voices trembling with loving emotions, they offered prayers to Sri Raghunath Das Babaji Maharaj, smeared their foreheads with the dust from his feet, and took permission to leave. The entire way back to their houses, they were immersed in singing the favorite kirtan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Thus ends the 24th chapter of Jaiva Dharma, entitled Nitya Dharma, Shrabandha, Abhidey and Prayojana, Part 12, Elucidation of Nama-Aparadh, Offenses against the Harinam. So we will be embarking on chapter 25 today. So we are getting close. 40 chapters, 15 more chapters. But these chapters will need a lot of purification to understand. Nitya Dharma, Sabandh Abhiday and Prayojana, Part 13. Elucidation of Namabhas, Clearing Offenses Against the Holy Name, by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, translated by Sri Sarva Bhavana Prabhu. The next evening, Vijay and Brajanath arrived punctually. That word is so important, right? Punctual. We should be punctual. I seen some devotees join different time. My humble request that set some time that this is the time I would like to join and maintain it. Maybe you can join for half an hour and then increase it slowly. Don't leave the fluctuation. I see some devotee, they join sometime at 3 o'clock and sometime at 6 o'clock, which is not conducive. You will not get the strength. But fix up your time that Krishna, I will present before you at this time. No matter what happened, you present. And if you determine not to show up myself, but if you remain determined, I miss only 2 days in 4 years. It can happen to all of us. That's the point. So next evening, Vijay and Brajanath arrived punctually at Bhajan Kutir of Srila Raghunath Das Babaji Maharaj. Entering quietly, they offered their prostrated obeisances in humble submission before their elderly spiritual master. After a respectful silence, Vijay said, Gurudev, kindly elucidate in detail the Namabhas Tattva. Our thirst to hear more and more about Harinam is ever increasing. Raghunath Das Babaji, you are truly fortunate. 3 topics must be understood in order to perfectly comprehend Nama Tattva. These 3 things is Shuddhanam, Namabhas, and Namaprad. Shuddhanam and Namaprad have already been discussed in some detail. So today we are going to concentrate on Namabhas. Vijay, what is Namabhas and how many types of Namabhas are there? Raghunath Das Babaji, the Sanskrit word abhas means semblance, shadow, and reflections. The kanti, glowing radiance that emanates from a lustrous object creates 2 effects, chaya, shadow, and pratibimb, reflection. Similarly, the lustrous Shraddha Harinam, Suddha Harinam, that resemble the sun has 2 types of abhas. Nam, pratibimb, the reflections of Harinam, and Namachaya, the shadow of the Hariname. Learned spiritual authorities frequently use terms like Bhakti Abhas, Bhava Abhas, Nam Abhas, Vaishnava Abhas, etc. In all these examples, Abhas indicate either of the 2 divisions, Chaya and Pratibimba. Vijay, how are Bhakti Abhas, Bhava Abhas, Nama Abhas, and Vaishnava Abhas related to one another? Raghunath Das Goswami. A Vaishnava is someone who engages in chanting Harinam. When he practices chanting on the platform of Bhakti Abhas, his chanting is Namabhas. And accordingly, he is called a Vaishnava Abhas, not a Suddha Bhakta. In this context, Bhakti and Bhav mean one and the same thing. However, according to the different state of development, Bhakti is described as being either in the restricted form of abhas or in full-blown form of Suddha. Vijay, kindly describe the stage at which a jiva may be designated a Vaishnava abhas. Raghunath Das Babaji. Srimad Bhagavatam 11:47 states, Acharyam eva haraye punjam yah shraddhaye hate natad bhastesu chanyesu sa bhakta prakutasmata. A devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly toward other devotees or people in general is called a Prakuta Bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is considered to be in the lowest position. The word Shraddha as used here actually means Shraddhavas, because Shraddha in worshipping the deity of Sri Krishna without simultaneous worship of the Krishna Bhakta is but an abhas of real Shraddha. Certainly not Shraddha proper. Therefore, this Shraddha abhas is either a chaya or pratibimb of real Shraddha, being cultivated merely as a part of a custom or tradition. This level of Shraddha is not aprakrita Shraddha, transcendental faith, forming a part of Ananya Bhakti. The definition of Vaishnava Abhas is focused upon a person whose Shraddha and worship are prakruta, mundane, and who is therefore called a Prakuta Bhakta. Sri Chaitanya designated Hiranya and Govardhan Majumdar, the uncle and father of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, as Vaishnava Praya, almost Vaishnavas. This indicates that such persons decorate themselves with tulsi neck beads and tilak, etc., like true Vaishnavas. But their chanting is on the Namabha stage. Thus, they are not actually pure Vaishnavas. Vijay. Should Mayavadis, if they wear tulsi neck beads, tilak and chant Harinam, be seen as Vaishnava Abhas? Raghunath Das Babaji, no. They are certainly not even Vaishnava Abhas. They are offenders. Hence, they are known as Vaishnava Aparadhis. Possibly, their chanting is at best Pratibimba Namabhas. And so generously, they may be viewed as on the platform of Pratibimba Bhava Abhas. In this way, they may be called Vaishnava Abhas, but actually, they should not be so designated, since they are terrible aparadhis. They do not deserve the honorable name Vaishnava in any respect. They are to be categorized separately. We have to be extremely careful about the Vaishnava aparadh. It can ruin the mad elephant aparadh. Vijay, Gurudev, please tell us more about Suddhanam and his symptoms. Raghunath Das Babaji. When Harinam is chanted with a favorable attitude, devoid of mundane hankering and the desire for Gyan and Karma, and thus only for the purpose of Suddha Bhakti, then Suddha Nam is being uttered. The desire to invoke the Achintya Sakti of Suddhanam and experience supreme transcendental bliss is not a mundane and motivated desire, but a pure desire within the realm of Suddha Bhakti, known as Anya Abhilas Sunya Bhakti, devotion free from mundane hankering. Beside this spiritual desire to attain pure transcendental love, all other desires concerning the result of chanting, such as an absolution of pap and the attainment of mukti, are anyabhilasa, extraneous desire for things unrelated to pure bhakti. As long as anyabhilasa remains within the heart, Suddhanam does not manifest. The sadhaka lacks Suddhanam as long as he craves for the external rewards gained from the practice of karma, jnana, and Astanga yoga. The heart must be cleansed of these detrimental, non-devotional motives and devotional qualities favorable to the achievement of Suddhanam must be cultivated. Then Suddhanam is revealed, which may be defined as Harinam, free from Namabhas and Namaprad. Sri Chaitanya, the most munificent avatar and deliverer of the soul in Kali Yuga, has instructed the following about chanting Harinam in the third verse of the Sri Sextastika. Trunad api sunichena taror iva sahisnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. We pronounce this verse many, many times. But does it make any change in our daily life? If not, then we have not heard this mantra. One should chant Sri Harinam in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the shrine, the straight. And one should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such state of mind, one can chant Sri Harinam constantly. Vijay, Master, what are the inherent differences between Namabhas and Namaprad? Raghunath Das Babaji. If a person does not chant Suddhanam, he chant Namabhas. Under certain conditions, Namabhas remains in that category. But under other conditions, Namabhas entered the realm, Nam Aparat. When chanting is contaminated by pramad, ignorance, and Brahma, illusion, or by lack of attention or comprehension, we speak of Namabhas chanting. In the case where chanting is polluted by Mayavadi sophism, the desire for moksha or bhog, then we speak of Namaprad. If the 10 previously mentioned Namaprad are committed unknowingly, without guile, such chanting is Namabhas. It is relevant to know that as long as Namabhas is not strained by the symptoms of Namaprad, then the hope is very strong that one day such chanting will become Suddhanam. However, As soon as Nama Aparad entered into Namabhas chanting, the possibility of Suddhanam dwindles. The only remedy then is to follow strictly. I don't know how you define strictly. It's individual and variegated thing for everybody. How to utilize word strict. So the only remedy is then to follow strictly the process of purification from one offenses against the Harinam that I have given previously. And my dear brother and sisters, we are making so many offenses, and that's the reason we cannot get out of the bed on timely manner. We have no taste for the chanting, and if we do, just the material process to count on the beat, and that's it. And we maintain our life. Before we took initiation, same lifestyle. So then, whoever is thinking to take initiation should dwell on this thing. When you take initiation, it must reflect in your practical life. Not by wearing dhoti and kurta and putting the tilak, putting the tulsi bit around the neck, keeping the japa beads, japa bag in the neck, carrying that all the time. That's not the way. Please consider seriously. Are you going to make change in your lifestyle? If not, that there is no hope guaranteed by the Shastra. You may call as a devotee for many, many lives. So let's hear Raghunath Das Babaji. A devotee must associate with Suddha Bhaktas. If he stays in their association and cultivates Nam under their guidance, then after a certain time, he will become purified and acquire a taste for Suddha Bhakti. At this stage, the Harinam appearing on his tongue will become Suddhanam. However, at the same time, he must shun the company of Nam Aparadis. Otherwise, the birth of Suddhanam will be prevented. So important, whom are we associating? Association is so important. Satsang is the only cause for the prime benedictions of the Jiva. Therefore, our beloved Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Srila Sanatana Goswami that Satsanga was the seed and root of Suddha Bhakti, whereas the company of the Bhogis, sense enjoyers, and Asatsanga, non-devotees, was destructive and should be rejected. Sri Harinam must be chanted in Satsanga. Vijay, Gurudev, does that mean that unless one renounces wife and family, one has no chance of chanting Suddhanam? Raghunath Das Babaji. A serious devotee must renounce Stri Sangha, the association of women. Nonetheless, if the Grahastha Vaishnava associates with his legally wedded wife without attachment and properly conducts his family affairs, one cannot say he is practicing Stri Sangha. The physical attraction between a man and a woman is called Yosit Sangha, sexual attachment. A Grahastha Vaishnava who is free from such carnal attractions can chant Suddhanam and achieve the ultimate goal of human life, Krishna Prem. Haribol. So there is a great hope for the Grahasthis. Vijaya, How many kinds of namabhas are there? Raghunath Das Babaji. Srimad Bhagavatam 6 to 14 states, Sanketayam parihasyam va sthobam helanam eva va vaikuntha nama gruhnam ase saga ram vidu. One who chant Harinam in any manner is immediately freed from the reactions of unlimited sins. Even if he chant Sanket indirectly, indicating something else, Parihas, jokingly, Stobha, antagonistically, or even Hela, disrespecting or neglectfully, this is accepted by all the learned scholars of the scriptures. Those persons who have sufficient knowledge about the principle of Harinam Tattva and Sabandha Gyan chant Namabhas, of which there are 4 types: Sanket, Parihas, Stobha, and Hela. So we should be punctual in our activities. So we will stop here and always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become joyful and with no fear in their life. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take so much austerity, living the Grihastha life, taking so much beating from the corporate world. I don't know when we will become free from this, but hope and pray the holy name will deliver us very nicely. If we have implicit faith in the holy name. With those, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful devotees who joined from Carltondale, from Houston, from India, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Austin, Alachua, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baton Rouge, Baltimore, Portland, Dhaka, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, and New Delhi. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhaivacha